Early this morning in the Omaha, Nebraska area, ICE arrested an MS-13 kingpin who was wanted for 5 aggravated murders in El Salvador. This is who the Democrats are trying to keep in our country. He's on the country's most wanted fugitives list. Multiple ICE officials told Fox News. ICE also arrested an MS-13 associate he was living with, 30-year-old Rene Saul Escobar Ochoa. How many criminal illegal migrants do we need in America who go by the name Rene Saul Escobar Ochoa? Is one enough? Is one too many? Also wanted in El Salvador for allegedly giving orders to fellow gang members to commit multiple murders. That's just committing murder. Both men are illegal aliens who have embedded themselves in the Omaha area. Omaha, Nebraska. Fox is told the kingpin is not being identified due to the sensitivity of an ongoing investigation. I guess they're trying to roll him over. Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons said, when ICE agents move in to make an arrest, it is extremely important that the public not interfere. The misinformation, sometimes blatant lies being spread around the country by the media, could result in someone stepping into a federal operation and suddenly finding themselves face to face with a killer who has nothing to lose. Our ICE officers and agents are protecting your neighbors, even when you don't know the threat is there. So either support them or get out of the way. And of course, we're going to cover today a bunch of events in which people are interfering, obstructing, and impeding ICE actions to lawfully detain and deport illegal migrant third world invaders in our nation, the large majority of whom have additional cause for deportation, criminal convictions of violent crimes. Then, of course, we had this raid recently in MacArthur Park, Los Angeles. This is an MS-13 kingdom, MacArthur Park. It should be lovely, but it's full of drug addicts, MS-13 terrorists, open-air drug dealing everywhere. More and more and more through this. And I sent in a ton of guys, including officers on horseback, which is always amazing to see. Let's take a look at this video clip. Lots of guys. And by the way, you think these raids are going to get bigger now that the big, beautiful bill has increased ICE funding by 20-fold? By 20-fold? Now, of course, LA Mayor Karen Bass, that diehard communist who was guilty of being a communist bomber during the 70s, had her sentence commuted by Bill Clinton. Professionally trained to be a bombing terrorist, now the mayor of LA. She showed up to this raid. She objected. She went to MacArthur Park, tried to tell the federal authorities to get out, as if the mayor of a city has the authority to order about federal law enforcement authorities. She was immediately swarmed by the media and ran back to her vehicle. Why does Karen want dangerous illegal aliens to stay in her city? Well, we know why. These people are her actual constituents. These are the people who actually keep her in political power, both her personally as mayor of Los Angeles and Democrats generally. Even if they don't vote, and we know they do, we know they vote illegally, but even if they didn't, their mere physical presence is counted in the census for purposes of House apportionment of House seats. The Democrats have 20 to 30 to 40 House seats they would not otherwise have, but for the presence in America of illegal migrants, plus a ton of federal money flows into these cities to provide services to these people. They consume billions of dollars of scarce American resources, housing, employment, education, healthcare. California alone spends $8.5 billion providing free healthcare to illegal migrant third world invaders. They are her constituents. Of course, she was swarmed by media asking her questions about this raid, and she immediately got back into her car. Her car, by the way, of course, is a police department Suburban full of officers, followed by a second police department Suburban full of officers. You know why? Because MacArthur Park is a violent hellhole. And then when the mayor goes by there, she gets to bring a bunch of police security with her. Not the people who live in the area. Here's the ICE officer who was in charge of this raid on MacArthur Park. Customs and Border Patrol Sector Chief Greg Bovino. Karen Bass had ordered him out. Get out of here, she said. This was his response.
The federal government is not leaving LA. I don't work for Karen Bass. The federal government doesn't work for Karen Bass. We're going to be here till that mission's accomplished, as I said, and better get used to us now, because this is going to be normal very soon.
It's going to be 20-fold more increased. And I found this interesting. This is a little video clip of a guy who lives there, lives by MacArthur Park. A real downtown Los Angeles resident explains the truth about what happened at MacArthur Park. Let's hear what this guy has to say.
So let's talk about what recently happened at MacArthur Park. All the ICE agents and military presence that was recently at MacArthur Park. Now, I live in downtown Los Angeles. I'm a Los Angeles born and raised native, so I have a lot of experience on the area, and I could definitely talk about this, okay? Now, Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom were super upset. Why is ICE and military presence at MacArthur Park? Now, let me tell you, MacArthur Park is a shithole. It is a drug-infested shithole. It is one of the most dangerous, sketchy parks that you could possibly go to. Even driving by MacArthur Park feels dangerous, okay? I'm not exaggerating. Ask anybody who lives in LA and they will tell you the same. It is literally infested with people who look like zombies and dope dealers standing there literally selling drugs right in front of you nonstop. And the city of Los Angeles does nothing about this. Governor Gavin Newsom does nothing about this, okay? MacArthur Park is a safety hazard. It is a danger zone. It is a park that is so bad, it should probably be shut down and turned into something else. That is how unsafe that park is. So is it appropriate for ICE and military presence to show up at MacArthur Park and scare everybody off? Absolutely. Absolutely. It should have been done a long, long time ago.
Imagine a California where MacArthur Park would be a safe place where mothers can bring their children. Wouldn't that be a different California? And of course, we've had a lot.
Thanks for watching this highlight segment of our full-length Law Self-Defense live stream. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to give us a like and subscribe for more expert analysis on politics, law, and how to be hard to convict. And to watch the full-length episode of this show, just click right here. Stay safe.